Habari gani, Mainduga na Dada. This is your elder, your brother, General Abu Amin Ra. My brothers and sisters, I want you to think about something today. Think about it quickly because there's too much time. There's not enough time left to play games with it. Listen, my brothers and sisters. We must first understand what our problem is. Our problem, my brothers and sisters, is we are a dominated people that are controlled by others. Well, my brothers and sisters, these others that have us dominated and under their control are a dedicated, ruthless, bloodthirsty group of people. So how do we get back our control of ourselves and freedom from domination by others? The very first thing history has taught us, whether we learn from it or not, is that no one else, especially those who dominate you, are going to liberate you. So, my brothers and sisters, what we must do is unite all over the world as one people. That is the Africans and the people of African and Egyptian descent. We must become determined to be free. You see, freedom takes place in the mind. It's a mental thing, first of all. So the first thing is we must want freedom. We must want it so bad that we're willing to do anything to obtain it. That yearning of ours for liberation, for freedom, from whatever restricts us, especially the people who dominate and control us. Well, here's the path to our freedom, my brothers. First, you must mentally want it so bad that you determine, before I will be a slave, I will be buried in my grave. Then we must make this our mantra. Death is a freedom itself. It's a freedom from oppression. So what's the difference between you're just taking your freedom right now and waiting for someone to give it? Gives you a longer span of life, doesn't it? A miserable life. A life that you're living that is in conflict with what your mind tells you you are all about. You must know yourself. Study your history. Listen to our master scholars and ingest all this information. They're giving it to us, and then let it help form us mentally. Then, my brothers and sisters, we must live by our mantra: freedom or death. Before I'll be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave. Then, the next step you take is you must make a demand for your total liberation from those who control and oppress you. those who dominate you. Then, my brothers and sisters, if they do not give you what you demand, you must take it to the political arena. You must struggle there. Then, when you determine that the political avenue is the wrong road for you, then, my brothers and sisters, you must be ready to elevate your struggle from the political level to the military level. You don't have to be afraid. Freedom or death. Death is better than somebody else controlling you, dominating you in every aspect of your life. So death would be a relief for you. I'm not saying you want to die, but you choose death over someone else dominating you. Brothers and sisters, I know you think we're outnumbered now and outgunned. But brothers, if we can hold out and create one more large generation, I guarantee you we'll be in a better position, numbers-wise, population-wise, as opposed to those who oppress us, because they are decreasing in population. And before 2050, they shall be minorities in the United States. They're already a minority in the world, only about 6% of the world's population, and they're decreasing there also. So, my brothers and sisters, what we got to do is just become determined and survive for another 25 or 30 years. And we shall be in a position to bring it on to them militarily. This is the only way we're going to be free. Only two ways. We take our freedom, or they give us our freedom. And so since we have existed amongst them now for over 400 years and have been struggling all that time for freedom, we are still oppressed by them and controlled by them. So, my brothers and sisters, I say to you, let us all stand up together, hopefully, in Pan-Africanism. If not, just a struggle for freedom in the USA, because we must struggle for our freedom. However, the best way is through Pan-Africanism, if we can get African unity. All Africans on one accord. Freedom, liberation for my country, or my death. Otherwise, we shall always be the cannon fodder for others who use us and come into our lands and rape us of all of our material wealth. All of it, they want it. And they are determined to have it, unless we have a larger determination to keep it and shut them down permanently. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen, just be brave and live by the mantra, before I be a slave, I'll be buried in my grave, and half the victory is won then, because you freed up your mind. And now you can do planning, scheming, gaming, and struggling for what you really want. global African liberation. Once again, peace and hope tap to you, my brothers and my sisters.